Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is going to be on my version of a smoky eye, and I always do this on clients and on myself, and it's really good because it goes with everything. So basically I've already done my eyebrows with the Morphe palette. This palette is amazing. I just received this last week and I absolutely love it. And then I'm going in just to conceal my eyelids, so priming them as usual as number 10. In the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and then setting it with an RCMA No Color Powder, just so that when I do put the powders on, it'll go on even more smoother. I'm then going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette, and then I'm taking those two palettes in the bottom left hand corner and just mixing them to create a really nice transition shade. So basically smoky eye is, well, you got to have a lot of patience for it, but basically it's all about layering and blending. So you have to have a lot of patience for this. It will take a bit of time, but I promise you if you do this, that you will end up with a really nice smoky eye. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist, as you can probably tell from my other videos, so I do like to take my time with this. And then when you blend out those colors, you can also take like another fluffy brush that hasn't been used, or basically use the same brush but make sure it's clean, and then buff out the edges, once again, just to create that really nice soft look. And you'll see me doing that throughout the tutorial a lot. So here I'm taking the really dark chocolatey brown shade in the right hand top corner and just making a V on my outer corner and then blending it with that fluffy brush again. I really like the Urban Decay eyeshadow brush. It's a really good like fluffy brush just for blending. So basically I go in with a smaller brush just to place the product down and then blend it out with that fluffy brush. It just makes it a lot easier. You'll notice that I probably use about 3 brushes throughout the video, just to kind of get the right technique and the right, I guess, look in the end for this. So yeah, just adding as I go. Make sure you look at each eye, always take a step back and just look at your eyes from a distance, and then that way you can see which eye needs more. I always say, if you watch my videos, add a little bit first and then see how you go. It's better to add a little bit rather than too much. Now here I'm just taking any black matte eyeshadow will do. I just happen to have the Maybelline Eye Studio. It's like their nude, I think they're golden tones and brown tones, just any black matte, just placing it in that corner, not too high up, but just adding a little bit more depth. I'm then going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette again, taking that matte creamy eyeshadow. So this is basically going to act as a base, so when I do put that nice champagne color in the same palette over the top of it, it's going to pop even more. So it kind of looks pretty like flat here, but when like in real life it kind of is very shimmery, and it's a really pretty color. So as you'll probably see from the photo at the start of this, it is a really pretty color. Just here it just looks a bit flat. And then I'm taking that color next to the dark chocolate brown color. It's kind of like a rose bronzy shade, and just placing it in between that champagne like silver color and the darker tones, just to act as a transition, because you don't want it going from light and then to dark. You want to transition it, because that's what it's all about. It's about blending and making it so there's a gradient. Okay, so I don't like seeing eyeshadows. It's one of my pet hates when it's just like a block pretty much. So it's like going from white and then to black and there's no like blending involved. It just, I really hate that. So make sure you transition, guys. Then I'm just taking my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner and then just creating that wing. The tape really helps, guys, so if you are starting off doing wings, or if you're in a bit of a hurry, this will probably help you quite a lot. And then again, stand back and have a look and see if they're, the right length on each side. I can do it without the tape. It's just like a lot easier if I have the tape, because wings take a bit of time, and I just like it to be perfect. So having that tape there really helps, guys. And the best way I could describe it, I just forgot to get a wipe, so I'm just getting up. is if you were to place a tape as if your lash line were to keep on going, that's the line you want to follow. A lot of people say the end of your eyebrow, but some people's eyebrows are different lengths. One might be shorter than the other one, so the best trick is just to follow that lash line. If it was to keep going, that's where you would place the tape. And also when I do my bottom lash line with shadow, I kind of like to follow that line on with a darker shadow so it all connects. You'll see later on. But basically here I'm just going with my foundation, which is the L'Oreal Lumiere Magique, and then I'm taking that in the inner bits of my face, so towards the center, just because it is a little bit too light for me. And then I'm taking like the NARS, it's like a darker shade, and just mixing that in with it, and then placing that on the outside of my face. So it's kind of like a little bit of contouring, but basically I put, I guess kind of like a little bit of highlighting and contouring, but yeah, it'll also help your face look a little bit slimmer. I then took my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, put it under my eyes, and blended it out with my Beauty Blender. And also, if you guys stuff up with your wing, then you can kind of grab a brush and just, I didn't do it here, but just a tip is you can take like a straight edge brush and just put your concealer along the edge of that wing just to make it super sharp. So yeah, that's another little trick if you stuff up or if you're just beginning. And then I'm taking my RCMA No Color Powder. Love this stuff, as you guys know, I always rave about it. And it also helps because when you do put the lower lash line eyeshadows, it catches everything and then you can just wipe it off. So basically just putting all those colors that I put through the crease, down the bottom, and I really smoked this lash line out. So don't be scared to go a little bit further down, because with a smoky eye, you want it to be really smoky, but you also want it to be soft. So with that first transition color, I did make that quite low, which you'll see in a little bit. I then took my LA Girl, I think it's like a bronzy brownie color, and put it in the waterline. Just for me, because I have green eyes, I feel like black can sometimes be a little bit harsh, but also the brown does bring out my green in my eyes. So yeah, I really like this look, especially for a brown smoky eye. It's quite appropriate. I then use my Essence mascara, which I love, and it's so affordable. I think it's the Big Fat Lashes. It comes in waterproof and normal, but I just use the normal one. And yeah, guys, I love this mascara. It's $4. You can't really go wrong. I've heard a lot of good things about all of their mascaras actually, so yeah. I'm then taking my Naked One palette and the first color, which is like a highlighting kind of color, put that in my inner corner. Then taking that powder and just buffing it away, and then adding more of that transition tone and smoking my lash line out. Then just taking my Hoola bronzer. I really like this bronzer. It's not like too orangey for me, which is really hard to come by. And just, I guess, bronzing up my face. And my jawline as well, and my nose, especially guys, if you can have photos, do your nose, even if it's just a little bit. Then taking my MAC Soft and Gentle, which is really pretty and really ties in the look. And then just taking this really nice, kind of like a pinky blush. It looks scary in the palette, but it's really not. And then just taking my L'Oreal lip liner, and then I took an Arbonne lipstick in Flora. And yeah, this is the end of the look. And then I just spray my face with MAC Fix Plus. Hi guys, welcome back. So that was pretty much my version of like a smoky eye. It's a lot of brown, champagne tones, very sexy. So it's pretty much a wearable look with a lot of different colors. So I guess it kind of works, and you could play up the lip a lot. You could either do like a red lip, or you could do like an even more nude lip. I chose to go with something a little bit different, like a more rosy kind of pinky tone, but it's totally up to you. I feel like it was a lot of layering, so be prepared with this look that it does take a while in the sense with the eyes, because there's a lot of layering, there's a lot of blending. Obviously you don't have to take as long as me, but I am a perfectionist, and when you're going to do kind of like a smoky look, I feel like you kind of need to blend really well, otherwise it's not going to look as good and as seamless. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette. It's beautiful, the colors are really pigmented. I've used this before in another tutorial and I love it so much. Just in case you guys were wondering, love the colors, especially a lot of like these reddish warmer tones, you know, more pinks and I guess like almost like raspberry colors. I haven't used any of those too much yet. I did do a smoky eye one time with it and it turned out amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of pigment to the color, and you know, you don't have to keep layering and layering, especially if you are going for like a smoky eye look. But yeah, I think it's pretty wearable for a lot of people. I am hoping to get the Mario palette this weekend, paying like a fortune for it, but I'm hoping that it's going to be worth it. So if you have tried the Mario palette, then let me know in the comments below. But since, you know, trying the Renaissance palette, I just really love how creamy, you know, the shadows are and how pigmented they are and how easy and blendable they are. So yeah, I wish that, you know, they would bring back the Mario palette because I feel like it was a popular one and I feel like a lot of the tones are really wearable for everyone. So yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave me a comment. And I hope you enjoyed this look. And if there is any other looks that you would like to see, then please let me know, because I don't really know what you guys want to see next. I mean, this look is just something that I thought of because I have done it before on a client, actually a few clients, and it's a popular one, so I thought I would show you what it's like. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy your day. Bye.